Happy Freedom Friday. Got a little adjustment here to do for you. There you go. Freedom Friday. Love this day. Why? Because we do whatever we want on Freedom Friday, which is why we have these Hawaiian shirts that we wear. Yes, we do. And I can hear my voice sounding a little funny. Interesting. So today, let me see if I can send an invite real quick because for whatever reason it didn't go through. Bingo bangle, there you go. All right, well, when's the last time you ate a $50 steak? And the life of an entrepreneur, right? We have a $50 steak for dinner, yet in the morning I have to have instant black coffee because I haven't had time to go to the store in days. Well, I was out of town. So out of town, get back into town, and obviously when I left town, I left with an empty refrigerator because don't want things going bad and everything else. And then you get back into town, and you got to get back to business. Things are going on, everything's happening, and the next thing you know, here it is 5 days later, and I have nothing to put in my coffee. And yet,
you don't need anything to put in your coffee. You drink it black. That's the best way.
I like honey in my coffee and coconut milk. That's what I like in my coffee.
I like maple syrup and almond milk, actually.
I like almond milk too, but the coconut milk, the sweetness of the coconut milk, I like it really sets it off. But I was just asking the people out there, when is the last time you had a $50 steak? And when is the next time you're planning to have one? And I was saying that the life of an entrepreneur is you have a $50 steak last night, and yet today you don't have anything to put in your coffee because you're so busy running around all the time, getting things done, making things happen, creating a very powerful and interesting life for yourself, being successful and doing all those things. So, sometimes the little things of life get in the way. And John's got a pretty good system over there at his house for eliminating some of those simple things of life that get in the way, don't you, John?
I certainly do. What Paul's referring to here, and we talked about it a few hangouts ago when we had someone join us, and a gal named Angelique here, a local entrepreneur, join us. I had talked about basically got to the point where, I'm an entrepreneur and I'm go, busy 24/7 with my businesses. And when I'm not working on my business, I have 2 kids. I'm single dad, and also have to have time for the ladies and for the hanging out with the other investors out there. So how do you keep your home clean and your car maintained and all that? Well, you hire assistants or housekeepers to help you with that stuff. It's a whole system there. But, some people think that that's they're like, oh, I can't afford that, or things like cleaning up your home and stuff you should do that. Be in the habit of doing that yourself. And I just say, you know what? Why do I have to be in the habit of doing something that I can hire someone else to do? I don't see the wisdom in my time being spent scrubbing dishes.
That's, and that's it right there.
For someone to do that.
What's that?
So I could create a job for someone to do that.
Yeah, that's the beauty of being successful is you can, put other people who, not everybody has the mindset to be an entrepreneur and to get out there and to do, what it takes to become successful. And they're very, very comfortable and happy being, employed people, having jobs, and, that sense of security that comes along with the job. I say sense of security because there really is no security behind it, but they have a sense of security knowing that they have a place to go spend their time for X amount of hours a day, and at the end of the week, have X amount of dollars. And But for, guys like us, that's not good enough. I don't want to be spending my time somewhere. I want to be spending my money somewhere. And, to be able to spend your money wherever you choose, it takes you want to go out there and be paid for what you do. You want to be paid on your productivity. You don't want to be paid on the hours that you put in, because number one, when you're being paid by the hours that you put in, someone else has set your value. Really? Yeah, somebody else says you are worth $15 an hour. That's what you are worth. You as a human being on the face of this planet, your time, you are worth $15 an hour. I ain't buying that. My time, me. Oh, there we go. I thought the screen froze up there, and I just wanted to check to make sure. Sometimes I get linked to the neighbor's um, internet. But anyway, when someone else is placing a value on your time, I guarantee you it's going to be much less than what you would consider your own time to be worth. And the more you spend your time doing things that will pay you for the value of productivity, you start to realize how much you are actually worth. Like I said, when somebody else is placing the value of your time on you, and you're capped out. You can only get so much, and when you're trading time for money, you're capped out anyway, because there's only so many hours in the day that you can put in, and so there's, even if you got up and had your coffee and a breakfast and went straight to it and had one little break for lunch and bathroom and stayed at it all day long and came home and had a little snack and a shower and went to bed and got up and did it that way, what can you put in? 14 hours? There's a limit. There's only so much you can do. But when you're being paid for what you do, your productivity, there's no limit on it. You can be, and especially when you utilize what John was just saying here, your abilities as you make more money, freeing up more of your time by utilizing others, leveraging others, and having things that you don't need to be spending your time doing taken off your plate and paying somebody else and giving them a job, you're bettering the whole world.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't realize you were giving me pause to talk there, Paul. But no, that is true. As entrepreneurs, those things that some people might have objection to, like, because I've heard it from people before, well, that's just lazy. You should just take the time and, clean your house and shit like that. And, that woman that I hire is over here about 8 hours when she does. I don't have time to devote 8 hours to something that's not making me money, progressing my life, or actually even providing anybody of any value. If you think about it, yeah, it's nice to have the house clean and it's of value to me, but I'll pay to have that value. I don't think it's worth my 8 hours of time. Where the hell is that sound coming from?
Coming from your little musical carousel there?
Yeah, it wasn't myself. Yeah, a little musical carousel, it sounded like.
Well, that's it right there. 8 hours to clean that house, that's a whole waste day. For me, 8 hours of my time? Are you kidding me? That's like worth what? It could be worth $10,000-$20,000 or more. Who knows? And I'm going to spend it cleaning a house? You're kidding me. No, are you going to do that?
And it makes it difficult, speaking from someone that has children. If it was just me, I might only need the housekeeper once every 2 weeks just to come in here and do a deep clean and I can maintain. But when you got kids, this house is spotless. When they come over tonight, it'll be like a tornado ripped through here. It just is unbelievable.
And that's the thing, and that's where Angelique was actually having a difficult time, kind of getting what we were going after here, because she was really, really, steadfast on the whole idea of teaching her kids, the responsibilities of being an adult, so to speak, I guess, in, having them be the ones to, do the house cleaning and that sort of thing. But, is that the right message you want to teach your kids? I mean, do you want to teach your kids that it's your responsibility to clean the house? Or, do you want to hire that maid, have the maid come over and teach your kids that it's your responsibility to go out in the world and make your way so that you can become a better person and that you can actually put other people to work? What's the right message there?
I think different strokes for different folks. So whatever somebody feels comfortable with, really. I mean, we know as entrepreneurs, and we talk about this all the time on these hangouts, about having the mindset to do whatever is necessary to be successful, do the necessary things, whether you feel like doing it or not, because that's what successful people do. You got to be self-motivator. You can only get inspiration from other people, not motivation. That comes from within. And sometimes, you know what? I'll be honest, like everybody else, I don't always feel like motivated to get up out of bed and do it. But you know what? I know that if I don't, things aren't going to get done. And I just have to force myself sometimes, no matter how I feel, to do things. And a lot of that requires, coming out of your comfort zone. But the sad fact is the overwhelming majority of people out there refuse to come out of their comfort zone. In fact, I don't even know if it's total refusal or just a complete lack of understanding that they have the choice or not. A lot of people easily blame other influences for why they can't get things done. So it's just maybe a complete unawareness of the general population of all these different concepts that Paul and I talk about. But quite frankly, what I'm getting at here is the reason I said in response to what you said there, Paul, different strokes for different folks, is because this kind of stuff that we do isn't for everybody. I feel I would like to reach as many people as possible and get this kind of message and this material out there and share this opportunity of network marketing or mindset building and positive thinking and doing affirmations and working out every day and all the stuff that Paul and I discuss on these hangouts. But you know what? If I go out and I preach this thing to 1,000 people, 20 of them might actually follow through. The other 980 or 98% of them are going to just in one ear, out the other. I think that comes in, we could theorize a lot about why that is, but the bottom line is that's how it is. Why it is, it's relevant, but in this case, it's irrelevant. I feel that it's not for everybody. This kind of stuff that Paul, I do, and those of you who join these hangouts and the kind of people this resonates with, it doesn't resonate with everybody, and they'll just never get out from under the rock that they're living under. But you know what? Who's to say that they're not successful? If they're happy and they're doing what they want to do and what they like doing each and every day, doesn't matter how much money you make. In my opinion, you're a success. If you work at the corner gas station because you want to be there and you enjoy it and it gives you purpose, who the hell would I be to tell you that you're a failure in life? I just happen to have bigger appetites than that and desire things that aren't paying me for hours, but paying me for production. And I like to be very productive and make big paychecks. And to me, that's what's going to, if I don't achieve that, then I'm not successful, because that's what I envision. That's my purpose, is to create jobs for other people, create large chunks of money through sales and the things that I do, create passive income. That's my purpose. Now, for me to go get a job at the corner gas station because it feels comfortable and I don't have to step out of my comfort zone to do it, and I'm not happy and I don't want to go there every day because I know I have a grander vision for my life, but I'm not pursuing it, I would then turn around and say that person would be a failure, but not the person that's doing what they want to do each and every day and doing it happily and with a feeling of purpose to their lives. And that's different for everybody.
You know, it is different for everybody, but you know what? I mean, everybody that, I mean, there's certainly people out there that are in that type of a position where, you know, their, whatever their small little world is perfectly everything that they dreamed and desired to have, you know, because, and that's a very powerful place to be. But most people, whatever that small little world is that they're living in, most people, even some of the ones I would say that you know, would tell you that, you know what, what I've got going on here is like perfect. You know, I mean, I do this, I do that. Then after I'm done doing that, I'm able to do this and that. What I love to do is this, and I have plenty of time for that. And you know, but even those people, a good percentage of them, I would say, still want something more. And that's really what this is all about. And it doesn't have to be a lot more. That's kind of where I think John was really going there, is that it doesn't have to be a lot more. You don't have to have the grand vision of wanting to be a billionaire with a mansion and flying in Lear jets around the world all the time. You know, that's not success for everyone. Some people would hate that. You know, they
You
would,
know,
if they were actually put in that position, they would literally hate it. So, but the whole idea of what do you really have going on in your life, and is it truly, you know, satisfying your soul? That's what it comes down to. And if it's not, then, you know, there's got to be something that you can do that will, you know, allow you to have the things that you want. And that's one of the things that network marketing brings to the table for people, is a very inexpensive and easy way to do. Well, let me rephrase that. A very inexpensive and simple way. It's very simple, but it's not easy. You do have to put some work into this. You know, you can't just sit there. I was watching a video the other day, and the guy was like, you know, well, I don't understand why people think that when it comes to network marketing, all the rules of business don't apply. You know, this is a business. If you get started into network marketing, it's a business, and you need to treat it. I like what he said, is you need to treat it like a job. Okay, if you don't show up to work so one day, what happens? Well, first of all, your paycheck's going to be smaller. Second of all, you're going to fall behind in your work. Third of all, you might get fired, you know. So, you know, in your everyday workaday business life of your network marketing business, and even if it's not an entire day, you know, whatever your time frame is, if you have a dedicated hour that you are putting, you know, one dedicated hour a day, or even if it's one dedicated hour a week that you have, you know, set aside for your time to do network marketing, when it comes to that time, you need to go to work. Okay, you can't just sit there and say, well, you know, um, I think maybe if I sit here long enough, somebody will come knock on my door and they'll want to be part of my organization. It doesn't work that way. Okay, it's simple. It's the simplest thing there is, but it's not easy. There's work. It'll get easy over time, and it'll be easy in the long run, because in the long run, pretty much won't be doing squat. That's what's so awesome about it. But, the whole idea is if you, just want something more in life. And like I said, it doesn't have to be a lot more. You just might need an extra $500 a month or something to give you the freedom to take you away from, having to work that part-time job or something that you really don't want to be doing. Whatever it is, it makes no difference. You can take this, you can accelerate a network marketing business to whatever level you need it to be for you. That's what's so cool about it.
Right. And I want to just point out the fact that Paul did specifically use the word, it's his word, from easy to simple. It's a simple system, but it's not easy. It can be challenging, especially if you're new at it and inexperienced. But the great news is about network marketing, as we reiterate time and time again, business you're in for yourself, but not by yourself. And the strength and the success of a network marketing organization lies in the power of the people that introduced you to the network marketing organization. There's a built-in support system that's actually imperative if the system's going to work at all. It's easy, meaning not easy, it's simple. That, quite frankly, really anyone could learn it, anyone can share it, and anyone could really stand to benefit monetarily from it, and personally too. I'm going to talk 1 minute here about Swiss Gold Global and then toss it back over to Paul here to kind of close us out. It's an all-encompassing network marketing approach, what we do with Swiss Gold Global and what we have. It is the ability to save the gold and the silver and purchase it at wholesale prices directly from one of the world's most oldest and well-known refiners, Argo Horias, sorry. And you can have that shipped to you physically, stored in a vault. And to me, that was really the interesting piece that got me involved in it, because I buy silver and gold, and I like the opportunity to do so with the Swiss Gold Global platform, which is almost set up like a savings account that's backed by silver and gold. That's what drew me in. And then when I got involved, what really keeps me motivated and keeps me very interested in Swiss Gold Global and giving me the desire to share this with people is because of the other aspects, all the self-development, personal growth, and education, not just about personal, but about finance and Swiss Gold and world markets that you get through the website that they add to constantly. So it's not just about the gold and silver. It's about being able to get knowledge and education, and also offers you the ability to go out there, share it, introduce the product and a service and a training and an education program that you yourself believe in, utilize, and get in not just enjoyment, but also get a lot of benefits from. Why wouldn't you want to share that with people, right? And in doing so and sharing that with people, the other leg comes in, the third leg to all this, which is the ability to earn income from sharing this product and service. So if you're already using a product or service and it offers you all these benefits, you're going to tell your family and friends about it, whether it's network marketing, or I use an example a couple months ago when I bought a new coffee maker. I went out and told everybody about that new coffee maker I bought, how great it is, the brand, the discount, the flavor, how awesome it is to brew in the coffee. And I related that in the Hangout because as I'm talking about my coffee maker, I'm like, holy shit, Hamilton Beach should hire me because I'm totally network marketing their product for them. Because that's what network marketing is. That's why it's so simple. It's just you're already using these products and services. You love these products and services. You love the website. You're saving gold and silver on a monthly basis. You're getting access to all these webinars and education, and you have the ability to make some money sharing that with everybody. And really, that is as simple as it gets. It's you share it. I mean, there's more to it when you, as we'll talk about on Monday, when you, our new update, when you join us for the Own Your Life plan. But that's basically network marketing in a nutshell and why it's such a simple thing. But if you're not going to get out there and open your mouth about it, well, you just won't have success, you know? So that's kind of my final thought for today is like, it is simple, and it's just really about sharing it. And if you like it and you're willing to open your mouth about it, introduce people to your upline that can get involved too. It could be it could be as big or as small as you want it to be.
Yep, and that's it. We got to run out of here today. I would like to throw something in there, but we really don't have any time. I'm just going to say that we talked about the inability for people to see the way to do something different. We didn't really get a chance to touch on that too much, but really, my wife calls, because I'm learning a new way, a different way of life to become something different. She says that I'm being brainwashed. Well, you know what? Our whole lives we're being brainwashed through social heredity and all of the things that we grow up with and that society puts on us and the family and the world and everything else. And that's one of the things where here, what John was just talking about, the knowledge and education that you get through Swiss Gold Global is information and knowledge that you're not getting anywhere else, okay? It's not coming off the media. It's not coming out of the newspapers. It's not coming from your friends or your bosses or anywhere. It's not coming from anywhere, but it's real. It's the information that, the people of the world who are successful are seeking out and learning and understanding, and it's the information that you need to do the same. So with that, oh universe, I ask not for more riches, but for more wisdom, with which to make better use of the riches given to me at birth, consisting of the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever end I might desire. And that would be, unfortunately, the end of this hangout. Everybody have a great...
Wait, don't hit end yet. I just got to say something. You know what? This is personal. When you wake up at 33 years old and you realize you have 2 kids now, you have a wife that's sick in the hospital, you have a failing business because of the economy or whoever I want to blame, whatever, a failing business, not giving you a paycheck, and $0 in the bank, and you look back over what have I allowed to program my brain in the last 33 years, and why the hell wouldn't I purposely choose to wash my brain and insert new programming? If my Mac shuts down, I bring it into the computer store so they can reboot and reprogram. When your life is crumbling before your eyes and you're 33 with 2 kids, no money in the bank, a sick wife, and a failing business, reboot, wash and reboot the computer. I mean, you know what? You should take what your wife says as a compliment. Yeah, you're damn right I'm brainwashing myself because... I
tell them that all the time. I said, you're darn right I am. You're damn right. That's exactly what I'm doing.
So, have a great weekend, or great climax to the session. We'll see you back on New Op Day.